I'm Karlie Swanson. I'm a fifth year here, senior, and I'm from Urunga, New South Wales, Australia. Coffs Harbour's like the main town around me. People in Australia might know Coffs Harbour. I'm actually from a smaller town, half an hour south, called Urunga. But yeah, so it's a coastal town. I think Coffs Harbour's about 70,000 people. Urunga's about, I think, 3,000 to 5,000, so a lot smaller. Just the beach, rivers, fishing, surfing. Yeah, I've grown up in a very surfing household. Like my brother and my dad surf and fish and all that. I think that's all we ever did, just very beach orientated. Yes, I'm in love with my dog. I think that's the thing I miss the most over here. Should probably not say that, but yeah, so mine is actually a French Bulldog. At home, when I'm with my parents and my brother's still there, we actually have 4, which is like a zoo sometimes. But yeah, so my one is named Moose, and yeah, he's about 4 years old, and he goes everywhere and anywhere with me. He can't go very far. He's definitely not a dog for a runner, but yeah, he needs to be carried sometimes. He doesn't have the fitness and can't breathe, but yeah, he loves the beach. I'm fine with snakes and everything. I live in the country, so we get a fair few of those as well, and that doesn't bother me. It's more just like spiders and stuff, but I feel like it happens a couple of times a year, the really big ones. Like the little ones are probably around all the time, but yeah, as a tourist, I feel like it's not that true. Yeah, so I always wanted to come to America. The last few years of high school, I definitely wanted to come over and try this out. And I ended up choosing Boise State, my first couple of years, and then decided to transfer after my junior year there. So, and yeah, Coach Parks reached out to me. Yeah, and I just really liked her. I was a little scared of Michigan weather, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, things seemed to fall in place, and this worked out, and I loved it. So yeah, so I shared a car with another international friend last year, and then I ended up buying one in January this year. So yeah, I'm pretty good most of the time. I've only gone up the wrong side a few times. Okay, I have something to clear up there. He threw snags on the Barbie, thinking it's a New Zealand thing. That is not New Zealand. That is full-blown Australian. I told him I was going to come back at him on this with that. Yeah, snags on the Barbie's Australian, not New Zealand. Like Chris is a great guy, and he's very laid back and very Australian, New Zealand kind of thing. Like his accent's very similar to, like he reminds me of an Australian when he speaks. He was cheering for me in the race the other day, and it just sounded like an Australian accent. And I was like, yeah, it's a bit homey, so we get along well. But yeah, the rivalry on the slang, if he wants to claim that. I never noticed how much people say g'day until I came over here. Like my dad says that so much, and like I never realized it was a thing until I actually pick up on it now. But yeah, I don't know. Athletically would have to be, I think, the MAC championship we won in cross country in 2019, I think, my first semester here. It was just, we turned up the day before to do pre-meet at the course, and it was covered in snow, and I'd never run in snow. And I was just shaking my head at it, but it was a really tough course. But I think what made it so good was our whole team had worked so hard. The whole 4, we'd put in, yeah, just hours, like running up the arb, like 1K hill repeats, and not fun. And like we'd all had weren't necessarily tipped to win either, but we all just pulled it out on the day and ran our hearts out. And yeah, ended up coming away with the win, and it was so special.